Welcome and welcome back to Wendo's Diary. I am your host, Leila Wendo. And today we're going to talk about when to keep your mouth shut. So, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out.
If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, so today we're going to talk about when to actually keep your mouth shut. When should you be quiet? When should you not get involved? When should you not talk? So that is what we are going to talk about today. Point number 1, you should stay quiet in the heat of anger. This can be found in the book of Proverbs chapter 14, verse 17. In the heat of anger, when you're angry, there are things that you ought to say that aren't what you intend to. You might say some things that are very harsh. So when you're angry with someone or you're just over the top emotional, don't talk. Just keep quiet. And then point number 2, when you don't have all of the facts, when you don't really know the entire story, don't start talking as in putting your 2 cents in that story. Or maybe when you find two people fighting or talking about something, please don't get involved and try and put your own 2 cents in there. And this can be found in the book of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 13. Then point number 3, when you haven't verified the story, don't go around talking about this thing that happened. Don't go around talking about it and you don't even know. When you read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 6, it's talking about what the Israelites are being told to do. Like when a witness, the witness is supposed to be the person to be the first to throw the stone. As in, because you never really know if this person is really telling the truth. So when you haven't verified the story, please don't talk about it. And then point number 4, if your words will offend a weaker brother, if your words will offend someone who is weak, please don't talk. It's found in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 11. So when to keep quiet, when to keep your mouth shut, you should do that if your words will offend a weaker brother. So imagine someone is under you and then you start talking about something that is so delicate, and you don't really know the root of this story. You don't really know what this person is going through, and you just want to talk because you feel like you can talk about it. That's wrong. And then point number 5, if your words will be a poor reflection of the Lord or of your friends and family. It's found in the book of Peter chapter 2, verse 22 to 23. So when to keep quiet, point number 5 is, if your words will be a poor reflection of the Lord or of your friends and family. At times you might be talking about something and then you start talking badly or you start throwing insults. What picture does that paint to your family? Someone will refer to you as, okay, someone refer to you as, okay, so this is the girl who comes from that family of that guy or that girl who was talking bad about someone else. So yeah. And then point number 6, when you're tempted to joke about sin. When you're tempted to joke about sin, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 9. As in, when you're tempted to joke about sin. Do you know this is so deep? Honestly, this is so deep, because in the society right now, people find that people joke a lot about adultery, in the sense that if a man cheats on the wife, the society tends to make a joke out of it and feel like, and try and make it be like it's something that is right while it's not. So yeah, when you're tempted to joke about the sin, that is point number 6, you should keep your mouth shut when you're tempted to joke about a sin. And then point number 7, when you will be ashamed of your words later. If you know that the words that you've used, you'll be ashamed of them, do not say them. And this can be found in the book of Proverbs chapter 8 verse 8. So when you will be ashamed of your words later, like at times you might say so many things out of anger, and then later on when you sit on your own and you start reflecting, you're like, why did I say that? Why did I use those words specifically? Because you regret the words that you use, because maybe they were too vulgar and people looked at you differently. Or maybe if people held you a certain way in the society and then you come and utter such words, people start looking at you differently in the society. So that you should keep your mouth shut if you know you'll regret your words later. Okay, and then point number 8, when you are tempted to make light of holy things. Oh Lord. In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 2, when you're tempted to make light of holy things. Ooh, that hits differently. There's just something that comes in mind. Like when you're tempted to make light of holy things. Huh? Okay, when you're tempted to make light out of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's a holy thing. That's a holy incident. And you want to make light of such sacrifice? Please just keep quiet. And then another thing, point number 9, if your words will convey a wrong impression. This is found in the book of Proverbs chapter 17 verse 27. If your words will convey a wrong impression. If your words will give a wrong impression of who you are. Oh wow. Because at times I've been at fault for this. I've said words that literally when someone looks at me, they're like, huh? Is this you? Can you do this? So yeah. Proverbs chapter 17 verse 27. Point number 10. If the issue is none of your business, please keep quiet. Point number 10. If the issue is none of your business, please keep quiet. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 10. If something isn't an issue, it does not involve you, why are you talking about it? Why do you feel the need to talk about it? Why do you feel the need to put your 2 cents in there? You should keep quiet. If the issue is none of your business, please try as much as possible to just keep quiet. Like what is going on TikTok? There's this thing that is going on TikTok, Kenya to be specific. So there are people who are fighting about someone. I don't know the husband did what. I don't know anything. Anyway, that sort of a story has been going on TikTok and everyone feels the need to put in their 2 cents in there. So if the issue is none of your business, honey, please keep quiet, please. Okay, let's go to point number 11. When you're tempted to tell an outright lie, oh Lord, when you're tempted to tell an outright lie, please keep quiet. This is all in the book of Proverbs chapter 4 verse 24. So when you're tempted to tell an outright lie, just keep quiet. That's a good one. When you want to keep quiet, when you're tempted to tell a lie, please just keep quiet. Don't even talk about it. I think this is exactly what I always do. When it's none of my business, I don't want to talk about it. And even when someone asks me, I just keep quiet and say I know nothing. Because I don't want to be involved in that story in the first place. And I don't want to tell a lie. Because at the end of the day, both these two people are my friends. And I really don't want to be in the midst of this fight that is going on. So yeah, if the issue is none of your business. And then 11, when you're tempted to tell an outright lie. And then we go to point number 12. If your words will damage someone's reputation. Oh Lord. Ooh. If your words will damage someone's reputation. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 27. If your words will damage someone's reputation. What if you're just telling the truth? That has just hit me right now. What if you're telling the truth about this person? That this person maybe is a pedophile? Huh? Even if it will damage the reputation, they did that to you. No, but that's an entire different thing. But if you want to lie about someone, and you know whatever lie you're going to do will damage their reputation, that's strong. And then point number 13, If your words will destroy a friendship, oh Lord, that is just exactly what I've told you guys. If your words will destroy a friendship, this is found in the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28. So if your words will destroy a friendship, honey, please just keep quiet or don't get involved. Or just say you don't know anything about it. Although that will be lying, but at times you just don't want to get involved in these things because you don't want to be the one to damage someone else's relationship. And then point number 14, when you're feeling critical. James chapter 3 verse 9. When you're feeling critical. When you're feeling critical, be quiet. Okay, point number 15, if you can't speak without yelling. Oh, true. If you can't speak without yelling. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21. I feel like at times when someone yells at me, even if they're telling me something that is serious, I'll just look at them and I'll be like, please. I have that attitude. When someone is yelling at me, I literally don't listen to whatever you're saying. You're talking to yourself. So I'm that type of a person. I'm there, I'm looking at you, but honey, you're talking to yourself because you're yelling. And I can't stand someone yelling at me. You're yelling at me as who? Sorry, but yeah. So if you can't speak without yelling, please keep quiet. Just shut up. I'm not saying in a bad way, but just keep quiet, please. And then point number 16, when it is time to listen. When it's time for you to listen to someone else, just keep quiet. It's good to keep quiet. It brings out a good picture. So when you're trying to listen to someone else, be quiet. And then point number 17, if you may have to eat your words later. If you may have to eat your words later. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21. If you may have to eat your words later. I've heard of that before. Eating your words. Yeah, so if you may eat your words later, keep quiet, be quiet. So yeah, if you may eat your words later, that is found in the book of Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21. And then point number 18, if you have already more than one time, then it becomes nagging. If you've already said this thing more than one time, and you keep on saying and saying and saying again, it's like nagging. This is found in the book of Proverbs chapter 19 verse 13. If you have already spoken more than one time about this issue, and you keep on saying and saying and saying again, that's nagging. Please just don't do that. And it makes you look bad. As in, nagging makes you look bad. But at times there are people who just can't listen. You tell them this, they don't listen. You tell them that, they don't listen. So yeah. And then point number 19, which is my last point. When you're tempted to flatter a wicked person. Oh gosh. When you're tempted to flatter a wicked person. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 24. When you're tempted to flatter a wicked person. Why would I praise you? Anyway, like, I wouldn't say this loud, but I wouldn't flatter our president. Yeah, I wouldn't. That man is, I won't talk about it, but when you're tempted to flatter a wicked person, or maybe you have a friend who is mean to everyone and treats everyone like trash, and then you want to praise them or flatter them, please just keep quiet. Don't try and make them feel good about themselves. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. That is what I wanted to talk about. When to keep your mouth shut, as in the things that should make you shut your mouth, as in when to actually shut your mouth. So yeah, we're talking about when to actually shut your mouth. And yeah, thank you so much for those who have watched till the end. I highly appreciate. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to rate on Spotify. Be sure to do what again? So yeah, subscribe, like, follow, and yeah, bye. Have a blessed day. I highly appreciate for those who have been watching my channel on YouTube. I highly appreciate for those who are tuning in on Spotify, Google Play, and all the other platforms. I highly appreciate. Bye.